Hey. So I didn't do no video on Sunday for Real Father, Real Man. I've been kind of out of commission. I've been sick. I have COVID. I tested positive for COVID on Monday. And, babe actually had COVID already. And I was like, my cousin was telling me, well, you should have isolated yourself from her. I'm like, nah, she was sick. So, you know, this ain't the first time we had COVID together. If I was sick, she'd take care of me. So she's sick and take care of her too. That's how we roll. So, and I always say that, if whether it's happiness or it's illness, if my people around me that I love and care about, if they happy, then I'm happy. But if they sick, then I make sure they right, even makes me sick too. So that's how I live my life. But anyway, I I always start off my videos, I get into just that a little bit about me having COVID and everything. I'm actually feeling better, feeling much better. So that's hence the video. But I'm gonna actually take another test this afternoon and see if it's negative before I go back, because I've been off before I go back to work because I don't want to contaminate nobody else. Because they actually were telling me, when I tested positive on Monday, they told me I can come back to work on Tuesday. I'm like, no, I'm still sick. You know what I mean? Like, talking about this wear a mask. Like, what happened to like? You want me to even if I go to work, if I'm around people, I still can probably get upset if I touch something. They touch something that I touch. You got to sanitize everything that I touch, and this is like, I don't want nobody to do that for me. Like, if I knew somebody was sick, and I knew they had COVID, I don't want them to be around me because I don't want to get sick either. So I'm give the same courtesy to others too, and I'm gonna find out today whether I have it or not, whether I'm positive or negative or not, before I actually try to take myself back to work. But anyway, I always start off Real Fathers, Real Men with a song. So, hold on a second before I start the song. Hold on a second. So, if you know the words, feel free to sing along with me. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You better hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You better build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. One more time. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You better hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. You better build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Trust in him who will not leave you. So, I was thinking, before I get into Real Father, Real Man, this actually, what I'm going to say is actually going to tie into this person I want to talk about today. And, I feel like America, certain parts, people of America, glorify people that are gangsters. You know what I mean? And for me personally, I remember growing up. And like I said, for me, it wasn't about being a gangster. It was about, like I said, I used to do back in the day, a couple of years ago. I used to do guns tip, and I would talk about different things, different topics. And one of the topics was about how when I was growing up, a lot of the girls in my class were they older guys that were either selling drugs not either, but selling drugs and had money. And so that prompt some of the younger men, because they wouldn't talk to you. Most of the pretty ones wouldn't talk to you because they had older men. And so that prompted some of the young guys to want to getting the street life too. It wasn't about the money. Well, it was about the money too. But most of the time, it was like they wanted those girls too. And that's my case. That was in my case. Um, you know, I was working at Winn Dixie. I don't know if you ever heard of Winn Dixie, a grocery store, grocery chain. They have him here in the South. If you somewhere in another state somewhere, it might be a Rouse or a Piggly Wiggly, wherever. You know what I mean? Depending on where you at in the world. Well, Walmart, Walmart's everywhere, so maybe a Walmart, but maybe on a smaller version. And so, I worked there, and I had a friend tell me, he said, "Well, you take your check and that little check you got, you flip, you buy a couple of layers of crack, and you flip them, and you make some money." I'm like, "Oh, what?" So I did that, but anyway, and then I went to California and seeing gangs down there, real gangs, because we didn't have them here in Florida back then. We have them here now, but they're not as bad still not as bad as the ones they have in California. But at the same, you couldn't even go to a park back then. When I first got there, you couldn't go to the park without somebody asking you what set you were from, where you from, and if you had to give them the wrong answer, they'd do something to you. And so, I can understand, like, if you dealt that environment, and a lot of those guys, because I remember, a dude I knew back then. He was trying to change his life. He had a child, then he had another one. He was telling me about how he wanted be there for his kids and change his life around and get out of the gang violence. And we came around to take him to a party, and my father told him no, I couldn't go. And like maybe a couple of weeks prior, maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, before that happened, this guy was spray painted on the wall by our house, and my father told the guy, "Don't do that by this house." And he was a gang member, and he went to get clearance from the head leader of the gang, because the head leader of the gang lived across the street from where we lived at. So he went over there to talk to him and asked him could he get clearance to shoot my dad. And the guy told him no. And so he gave my dad a pass, but he liked my dad. And so that same guy ended up killing the guy I was supposed to go to this party with. And, thank God that I didn't go, because they got into a fight, and the fight escalated, and he ended up shooting him. And so that guy, I feel like that guy already had it in his heart that he wanted to kill somebody. And being that he didn't kill my dad, he ended up killing this other guy. So that brings me to my point of the story, Real Fathers, Real Men. I was talking to this young guy, and he was telling me about how he been in the streets. He lived in the streets, and right now he's working, and he's looking to start his own business, like doing hot shots, transporting cars, or whatever. And he was showing his son what he's doing, and trying to inspire him to like not want to work for nobody else. And that's the whole key. That's the whole key for me personally, to whatever you do as a mother, as a father, try to teach your kids something, give them something that they can use to propel them to move further in life than where you are, regardless of how good you're doing, or how bad you're doing. Get them something to propel them, to make them do better than what you did. To take what you got, take the baton from you wherever you're at, and run with it. Keep running with it. You understand what I'm saying? And so when he said that, I appreciate it. And he told me, say, his son listen to some kind of gangster music, rap music. And I remember growing up, I love some Scarface, some Tupac, who else? NWA, and some gangster movies too. But at the same time, like at my age now, like some of the Tupac songs, and I'm a Tupac fan. I think he died too young. He didn't get a chance to grow. But some of his music that he wrote, some of the songs that he wrote back then that I love, I can't even relate to now. It gives me a headache. I don't want to listen to it. So, and I feel like, me personally, I feel like once you get a certain age, and especially if you have children, even if you don't have children, you get a certain age, your mindset should change to when you're in your teens or in your 20s. That's the way I feel. If not, then you got a problem. And that's me speaking frank, and being frank. But he said that he You know, you heard his son listen to some gangster music, gangster rap, and he told him, is that what you want? Is that where you're at with your life?" And his son said, "Yeah, you like that's what you like. That's who he is." And he said, "Well, if you that's all you want for your life, you can get the hell out of my house." And so, you know, I said, "You told your son that?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Because I've been down that. I've been down that road. I've been down that road. I've been down that road. If I've been down that road, why do I want to see my son go down that road?" And I said, "Shouts out to you." And so that makes a father like put your foot down with your kids and show them the real way. Don't show them like some. I see some guys do this with their kids, and it's BS to me. It's my opinion. Show your kids different than what you saw, and put them on the right track because we got enough foolishness going on out in the streets. Teach your kids the right way and show them the right way. Show them the right way to go. Show them that what you learned was foolishness, and send them on the path of success, and teach them something that'll last them a lifetime to build on whatever you learned to build on where you are to prepare them where they need to go. So, you know, shouts out to him for putting his foot down and saying that, because some people won't say that, some people won't do that. And people, you know, just like, oh, you know, he'll grow out of this and that, you know. But you gotta, you know, let them know that ain't the way. This ain't the way, son. This ain't the way. You know, I've been with you, what you're doing, and I saw what you're trying to see. You don't need to see that because it's a better way to make money. It's a different way to make money, and I'm gonna show you how. So, anyway, shouts out to him, and that's my episode of Real Fathers, Real Men. Teach your kids the right way. Teach your sons, your daughters, your kids the right way, even if it means that you have to put your foot in the behind, or either whatever you got to do to get them on the right track. Do it as a father, as a mother. Real fathers, real men. Take care and show your kids the right way so they'll be better than you are and lead them in a better way, a better path that you walk. Even if your path is great, make that path greater. And that's all I got for this episode. I'll be safe, be blessed. Pray for me if you're a prayer, if you believe in God, you pray. Pray for me to give me strength and get me better, get me back to work. I'm sure I'll be back soon. Like I said, I feel better. But anyway, kiss the ones you love. You never know when you can kiss them again. Tell somebody you love them, you never know when you can tell them again. So be safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Peace.